Hey guys, what's up? So welcome to Polity Potions, and we will create great potions. I hope you are also Harry Potter fan. And so today in this episode, we are going to create a potion to treat your problem of preamble. Yesterday we discussed the topic of schedules of the Indian Constitution. Today we will destroy preamble. And for tomorrow you have to watch my course on part 1 of Indian Constitution. So I'll provide the description link of the course in the description below. So let's get started with our discussion on preamble, and I will be live every day at 9 p.m. and we will discuss our preamble. So now what is this? So I have saved my notes in my iPhone and I will be taking help of those because again 5 साल हो गए पढ़े हुए. But rest assured, after watching this video you will not be afraid of anything. सब कुछ cover करेंगे. So first of all you need to remember the name of the person जिन्होंने वो सुंदर सी एक फोटो बनाई है. If you see Bipin Chandra's book, so it has that pic of preamble. That was by Begwar Ram Manohar Sinha of Jabalpur. So just remember that name, they might ask you in MCQ. So सबसे पहले we need to understand the origin. What is the origin of the preamble? Now origin of the preamble is that it started with the USA Constitution of USA, United States of America. But if they ask you in prelims what is the actual source, it is objective resolution of Jawaharlal Nehru, which was adopted by the Constituent Assembly. When what was it done? It was done on the 22nd of January of 1947. Okay. Now preamble is basically, there are a lot of debate whether it is part of the constitution or it is not part of the constitution. Interpretation varies from time to time, but preamble is basically an introductory statement. It is the starting statement. Then it is the guiding principle. It is basically guide our founding fathers and it will guide all the citizens to follow a certain set of principles. We will come to that later. Then it is the ID card of the constitution. So like you have an ID card that you belong to XYZ college or XYZ service. If you become an IAS officer, you will get an ID card. Similarly, it is the ID card of the constitution and it sets out the purpose of the document. So what is the purpose of the document? So before we get started, they have asked the fundamental duties, 11 fundamental duties, to enumerate them. Similarly, they can also ask you the entire preamble to be written down in the mains exam, and especially if you remember it, they can ask you in prelims as well. So it is we the people of India having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign secular socialist democratic republic, okay, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, tape for, then equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, it is not January 1950, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this constitution. Now let us see everything. So first of all, it is the people of India who are deciding this. It is not anyone from outside, it is within. We are deciding to giving this preamble to ourselves. Now the keywords here are S3DR. S3DR basically means sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. So earlier it was in the original document, it was just SDR. So two S were added by 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act. So the first one is socialist and second is secular. So you can remember them S3 doctor, and it is in inverse roll number wise. So sovereign, socialist and secular are inverse roll number wise. It should be secular, socialist, sovereign, but it is inverted. Okay. And to secure to all its citizens justice. Justice is social, economic and political. So that is PES. Okay. SEP. Sorry. Social, political and economic. Then liberty is of tab for. What is tab for? Now tab for basically means thought, expression, belief, faith and worship. So they may ask you what is given in the preamble. So they will ask you liberty of what all is provided in the preamble. Then equality of status and of opportunity, that is like common, to promote among them all fraternity. Fraternity means basically brotherhood. So fraternity means brotherhood, sorority means sisterhood, and assuring the dignity of individual and unity of the nation. Originally it was unity of the nation, the word integrity, the word I was again added by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act. So 2S and 1I was added by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act. And in our Constituent Assembly do hereby on the 26th November 1949. So this is again very important. 26th November of 1949 do hereby ages. Now final mnemonic is ages. So it is adopt, enact and give to ourselves this constitution. Just remember this because they can ask you the sequence. Now why this? It tells us that people are sovereign and supreme and we want to live in a just society which aims towards justice, liberty, fraternity. Now let us talk about the Supreme Court judgment. The first was there in the Berubari case. Supreme Court said it is not part of the Indian Constitution. It was, I think, in 1960 when Supreme Court said it is not part of the Indian Constitution. But later on, in case 1 and the Bharti case, on 24th April 1973, during the birthday of Sachin Tendulkar, they realized that it is the part of the Indian Constitution. By the way, if you want to learn the entire polity, you can watch great crash courses by Venkatesh Chaturvedi. There is one by Abhishek Srivastava, Jatin Verma, and educators. Lot of educators are there. I will write few courses in the description, so you can watch that. I have also made courses on various topics of polity, and entire thing is covered on Unacademy, so you can watch it. So it was overruled that it is part of the Constitution and it will help to interpret the ambiguous areas of the Constitution. The same was said in the 1995 LIC case. Now, what is the constitutional status? So they will ask you, is preamble part of the Constitution or not? Obviously, if you see, constitutional amendment has been taken place in 1976 to amend it. So obviously it is part of the Constitution. So it is an integral part of the Constitution, but it is not enforceable and non-justiciable in nature, and it is neither source of power nor prohibiting on it. Just like directive principles and fundamental duties, it is not enforceable in a court of law, it is not justiciable in a court of law, and it is not a source of power nor it is prohibitory on any power. So now the question comes, can preamble be amended? Obviously it can be amended. I have already given you an example. It is already amended about 40 years ago. Any part of the preamble can be amended. Obviously it cannot affect the basic structure of the Indian Constitution, and since it has already been done. So for example, now if you can't remove the word secular from it because it will affect the basic structure of the Indian Constitution. So you can't amend like that, okay? And it was amended by 42nd Amendment Act, so obviously it is amendable. Now what are the significance? Very important part. What is the significance of preamble? So enacting words are we the people of India. So nobody from outside or not a single dictator from India. We the people of India. Since Constituent Assembly comprised of all the representatives throughout the India of various regions and religions and communities, it is we the people of India indirectly making the preamble and putting it in force. So we are the source of the power. And J.J. Rousseau said that power emanates from people and the political system will be accountable and responsible to the people. People are the ultimate source of power. So constitution is made by the people of India for the people of India, okay, and not by any outside power like British Parliament. It is completely our own production. It has everything to do with us. According to K.M. Munshi, it is also called as the horoscope of our Constitution. Some people call it soul of our Constitution, some call it identity card of the Constitution. So it is very important. Now one by one we will see the keywords of the preamble and I will describe what is the meaning of these keywords. The first word is sovereign. What do you mean by sovereign? Sovereign basically means somebody who is absolutely independent. Like USA is sovereign, India is sovereign. USA cannot dictate terms to India because Indian people are sovereign. They cannot be influenced from any external party. Obviously, foreign policy and these things will be there, but if it is a very fundamental issue, you cannot be influenced by outside party. You are absolutely supreme. India is supreme. People of India are supreme. It means that people are the source of the power and no outside influence can affect it. Internally, we have a free government. It is directly elected by the people. It makes decision in the benefit of those people. It has the laws that govern those people, not arbitrarily, right? Or externally, कैसे है? it is free from control of any foreign power. We are not a colony anymore. We are completely free from any foreign power which can dictate the government of India. No one can dictate us, and hence citizens of India are also sovereign because internally we can elect our government. अगर पसंद नहीं आई तो चेंज कर देना. Externally nobody can force us to do anything. अब हमारे 3 लेवल के इलेक्शन होते हैं. वन इज पंचायत, वन इज स्टेट लेजिस्लेचर एंड वन इज पार्लियामेंट. तीनों में हमारे इलेक्टेड ही तो रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स बैठते हैं. तो इससे हमारा ये तो क्लियर हो चुका है फंडा कि जो पार्लियामेंट है या फिर जो स्टेट लेजिस्लेचर है उसमें हमारे लोग बैठे हैं, और अगर वो अच्छे से परफॉर्म नहीं करेंगे तो हम उन्हें चेंज कर सकते हैं. जो दूसरा कीवर्ड है जो कि फर्स्ट 42nd अमेंडमेंट से आया था, उसका नाम है सोशलिस्ट. अबे सोशलिस्ट का मतलब वो नहीं है जो आप समझ रहे हो कि रशिया में जैसा सोशलिज्म था ना, वो वाला सोशलिज्म नहीं है. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज मार्क्सिस्ट सोशलिज्म. यहाँ पे थोड़ा गांधीयन सोशलिज्म है. इनमें डिफरेंस होता है, मैं बताता हूँ क्या डिफरेंस होता है. जैसे कि डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल्स में लिखा है कि सबको इक्वल वेज मिलनी चाहिए, थोड़ा सा इनकम डिफरेंस कम होना चाहिए, इक्वल वेज फॉर इक्वल वर्क, पुअर के लिए थोड़ी सी प्रो पुअर पॉलिसीज होती है, MGNREGS एक्सेट्रा. सो दीज आर ऑल सोशलिस्ट इन प्रिंसिपल. या इनइक्वालिटी को कम करने की कोशिश करी जा रही है स्टेट के एक्टिव इंटरवेंशन से. इसको बोला जाता है सोशलिज्म. इसका मतलब नहीं है कि कैपिटलिज्म के अगेंस्ट है, वो वाला अलग सोशलिज्म होता है. यहाँ पे जो सोशलिज्म है दैट इज ब्लेंड ऑफ मार्क्सिज्म. तो आप मार्क्सिज्म को मान लो 20% है और जो गांधीयन है वो 80% है. ठीक है. सो दिस इज गुड टाइप ऑफ सोशलिज्म. सो यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट. So it is democratic socialism, it is not communalism. ठीक है. It is not, sorry, communalist, communist नहीं है. Communal तो अलग word हो जाता है. That is like related to the violence between two different religion and sect. It is not communist. ठीक है. It is democratic socialism. So it aims to end poverty, ignorance, disease, inequality. मान लो कि यूपी बिहार जो ईस्टर्न बेल्ट है वहाँ पे जापानीज एंसेफेलाइटिस होता है, तो जो स्टेट होगा वो पुअर पीपल को जो यूआईपी है, यूनिवर्सल इम्यूनाइजेशन प्रोग्राम, उसके तहत में वैक्सीन प्रोवाइड करा देगा. दैट इज ऑल. ऐसा नहीं कि अमीरों का सारा पैसा लेके गरीबों में बांट दो. दैट इज नॉट द वे. थ्रू टैक्सेस, थ्रू प्रॉपर लीगल मींस इट इज डन. नाउ द थर्ड वर्ड इज सेक्युलर. वेरी वेरी बिग वर्ड. अब आप मेरे से पूछोगे कि 1976 से पहले इंडिया के प्रीएम्बल में सेक्युलर वर्ड नहीं था. इसका ये मतलब है कि हम सेक्युलर कंट्री नहीं थे? ऑब्वियसली दिस इज अ वेरी स्टूपिड लॉजिक, क्योंकि हमारा राइट टू रिलीजन तो था ही 25 से 28 में. ये सेक्युलर वर्ड इसलिए ऐड किया गया बिल्कुल हैमर करने के लिए लोगों के दिमाग में कि वी आर वेरी सेक्युलर कंट्री. अब जो सेक्युलरिज्म होता है वो अलग अलग होता है. यूरोप का सेक्युलरिज्म अलग है, इंडिया का सेक्युलरिज्म अलग है, यूएसए का सेक्युलरिज्म अलग है. उसका क्या मतलब है मैं आपको बताता हूँ. आप अगर मेरे फंडामेंटल राइट्स का जो वीडियो है उसमें मैं ढंग से बताऊंगा कि सेक्युलरिज्म कितने टाइप्स के होते हैं, बट यहाँ पे हमने उसको एक्सप्लिसिटली मेंशन कर दिया. पहले इम्प्लिसिट था, इम्प्लाइड था. जैसे पाकिस्तान का आप नाम सुनो, उसका नाम है इस्लामिक रिपब्लिक ऑफ पाकिस्तान. वहां भी क्लियर कट है कि हम सेक्युलर कंट्री नहीं है. लेकिन इंडिया में वी आर अ सेक्युलर कंट्री. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय दिस? वी हैव अ पॉजिटिव कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ सेक्युलरिज्म. वी आर नाइदर इररिलीजियस नॉर वी आर एंटी रिलीजियस. इसका मतलब है ऑल रिलीजन्स हैव इक्वल स्टेटस, all religions have equal opportunities to promotion, all religions have equal support from state, irrespective कि वो 80% लोग फॉलो करते हैं या 1% लोग फॉलो करते हैं या 5% लोग फॉलो करते हैं या 0.1% लोग फॉलो करते हैं. सो दैट इज द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल स्टैंड. दो अलग अलग टाइप के और स्टेट होते हैं एथिस्ट स्टेट्स. एथिस्ट स्टेट्स होते हैं जो एंटी रिलीजन होते हैं, दे कंडेम ऑल रिलीजन. अल्बानिया, नॉर्थ कोरिया जैसी कंट्रीज होती हैं. फिर थियोक्रेटिक स्टेट्स होते हैं, दे प्रो रिलीजन स्टेट्स होते हैं जहां पे एक रिलीजन को प्रमोट किया जाता है, जैसे पाकिस्तान, जैसे मिडिल ईस्ट के ज्यादातर कंट्रीज, जो नेपाल. सो दीज आर थियोक्रेटिक कंट्रीज जहां पे एक रिलीजन को प्रमोट किया जाता है. फिर आप देखोगे डी से है डेमोक्रेटिक. नाउ व्हाट इज डेमोक्रेटिक? सो डेमोक्रेटिक स्पिरिट इनडायरेक्टली तो ऑब्वियसली पार्लियामेंट्री फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट है हमारी, तो ऑब्वियसली डेमोक्रेटिक स्पिरिट तो है ही. इसका मतलब है कि डायरेक्ट इनडायरेक्टली आप उसके थ्रू, डायरेक्टली जैसे स्विट्जरलैंड वगैरह में तो आप ये जैसे रिकॉल या रेफरेंडम कर सकते हो, प्लेबिसाइट कर सकते हो. इंडिया में उतना इसका चलन नहीं है. हम इनडायरेक्ट डेमोक्रेसी में बिलीव करते हैं क्योंकि हमारा इतनी बड़ी डेमोक्रेसी की सब डायरेक्टली इन्वॉल्व नहीं हो सकते. वी आर द लार्जेस्ट डेमोक्रेसी ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. हमारे पास करीब 80 करोड़ वोटर है, 800 मिलियन वोटर्स है इंडिया में, और ऑब्वियसली अगले इलेक्शन में वो नंबर और बढ़ जाएगा. यहाँ पे क्या होता है, पीरियोडिक इलेक्शंस होते हैं. पीरियोडिक का मतलब है यूजुअली हर 5 साल में, और तीनों लेवल पे होते हैं, स्टेट लेवल पे, यूनियन लेवल पे, पंचायत लेवल पे. इसमें यूनिवर्सल अडल्ट फ्रेंचाइजी है, यानी कि कास्ट, क्लास, आपका पैसा, इनकम, एजुकेशन, सेक्स, रिलीजन, रीजन, किसी पे भी कोई डिफरेंस नहीं होता। जो 18 साल से बड़ा है वो वोट दे सकता है, जो 18 साल से छोटा है वो नहीं दे सकता, बस कोई और इसमें बैरियर नहीं है। इसको बोलते हैं यूनिवर्सल एडल्ट फ्रेंचाइज। ठीक है, इंडिया वाज द फर्स्ट, वन ऑफ द फर्स्ट कंट्रीज जहां पे वुमेन को शुरू से इक्वल राइट्स मिले हैं। वरना आप यूके की या यूएसए की हिस्ट्री उठा के देखोगे तो वहां पे फीमेल हैड टू फाइट अ लॉट फॉर देयर राइट्स, उनको वोटिंग राइट्स ही नहीं मिले थे। इट इज एज रिसेंट एज आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट 100 इयर्स अगो, उससे पहले नहीं होते थे वर्ल्ड में वोटिंग राइट्स। फिर सो पॉलिटिकल डेमोक्रेसी के लिए सोशल डेमोक्रेसी होना बहुत जरूरी है, बस ये बात आप याद रखना। सबको थोड़ी बेसिक लेवल ऑफ एजुकेशन हेल्थ होनी चाहिए, तभी वो अपना वोट एक्सरसाइज कर पाएंगे। फिर जो आप यहाँ पे वर्ड देखोगे उसका मतलब है रिपब्लिक। रिपब्लिक का मतलब होता है जो हेड ऑफ द स्टेट है, द हेड ऑफ द स्टेट इज इलेक्टेड बाय द पीपल ऑफ दैट कंट्री और स्टेट। जैसे यूके इज नॉट अ रिपब्लिक, इट इज अ मोनार्की। व्हाई? जो हेड ऑफ द स्टेट है दैट इज हेरिडिटरी, भाई क्वीन का सक्सेशन होता है वहां पे कोई इलेक्शन नहीं होता कि मैं क्वीन बनूंगी या मैं किंग बनूंगा। इंडिया में द प्रेसिडेंट इज इलेक्टेड, ही इज एन इलेक्टेड हेड। Obviously, people don't directly vote, but their representatives are voting. So it goes without saying that in India, people are indirectly electing their head. So monarchy is in UK, where it is a hereditary head, and the vesting of political sovereignty is there in monarch. In India, the president is elected for 5 years, a fixed period. Then they have to fight again, and this election power is also vested in public through indirect. There is no privileged class. And all the public offices, this is again a very big thing. There is no discrimination. There is a basic set of criteria कि आप 35 age and all these are there obviously, but anybody can become president of India if you fulfill that minimum criteria. There is no obligation that you can't become a president of India. Then you have justice. What do you mean by justice? Justice is a very big term. So न्याय जिसको बोला जाता है, तो justice यहाँ पे है political, social, economic. वाया, अब ये कैसे होता है? देखो, पॉलिटिकल, सोशल और इकोनॉमिक जस्टिस की मैं बात करूं तो पॉलिटिकल जस्टिस तो आपका कुछ हद तक फंडामेंटल राइट से हो जाता है, सोशल एंड इकोनॉमिक कुछ हद तक आपका डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल्स के थ्रू हो जाता है। सो दैट इज व्हाट इट इज। थ्रू फंडामेंटल राइट्स एंड डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ स्टेट पॉलिसी वी एंश्योर पॉलिटिकल, सोशल एंड इकोनॉमिक जस्टिस। Social justice is right to equality. You have a fundamental right, equal treatment of citizens in equal circumstances. Obviously, the backward castes, the minorities, they are given special privileges like reservation, etc. But they are in unequal circumstances. So, equal treatment of equal citizens in equal circumstances, that is mandated by the fundamental rights and directive principles on the state policy, and there cannot be any discrimination based on caste, color, creed, sex, religion, place of birth, etc. Then economic justice is basically there should be an egalitarian society. So rich are taxed more, and in the form of subsidies, in the form of schemes like MGNREGS, the money is being transferred to poor, so ensure a basic income. They are also talking about universal basic income, etc. But it will take like 5-10 years before it is implemented. Political is, I have already told you, political basically means UAF, universal adult franchise. Anyone can vote and anyone can be part of the elections. You don't need to be a graduate or doctor to become a MP. Okay, and liberty is basically te before. So this is thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship. And by fundamental right, it is already ensured, so you don't need to worry about it at all. Fundamental rights are ensuring this. So what is the problem, right? And then there is absence of restraint on individual activities. Though there are some exceptions. Obviously, you can't incite offense. You can't express yourself and incite offense with our friendly countries, etc. And this will help you to groom the individual personalities. And there are obviously reasonable limitations and restrictions. And this liberty it is taken from French Revolution. Okay, so they had these. Now equality is basically means absence of, complete absence of privileged class and the equal opportunity to all. Now, so opportunity means political, social, economical, civic, all these opportunities are equal. Anybody can become a civil servant if you are a graduate and if you qualify in that age limit. Like it just costs 100 rupees to like buy the form. And Article 14 is equality before the law. Article 15 talks about no discrimination based on the 5 things. Please mention them on the comments below. Article 16 talks about equal opportunity in public employment, government services. Obviously, there are reservations because the person are not in the equal circumstances. Article 17 is talking about abolition of untouchability so that all are equal. Article 18 talks about the Rai Sahab, Rai Bahadur and Chaudhary, all these titles have to be eliminated. So abolition of titles. And Article 39 of DPSP talks about equal pay for equal work for both men and women. Article 325 talks about universal adult franchisee. There is no discrimination in electoral rolls inclusion. Now, we also have a concept of fraternity. Fraternity means sense of brotherhood. Again, it is taken from French Revolution. Sorority means sense of sisterhood. So here, brotherhood does not mean it is gender neutral. So please, like, don't comment here ki why not sorority. So it is how do I define fraternalism? See, all are citizens of one country. You are not citizen of Rajasthan or Jammu and Kashmir and Punjab. You are all citizens of India. Unfortunately, we identify ourselves with the local regions, but truly we are citizens of India. Now, it is our fundamental duty to promote harmony and brotherhood and spirit of common brotherhood. Then you have to assure the dignity of individual. What do you mean by it? There is one fundamental duty which renounces the practices which are derogatory to the dignity of women. So you should do only those things which are not harming the dignity of anyone. Then unity and integrity. Obviously, you have like sedition laws where anybody is harming, waging war against the state, he or she can be charged, and like there is a severe punishment for that. So you have to ensure unity and integrity of the nation. Then there are POTA Act and all these acts for terrorist activities, etc. And Article 1 of Indian Constitution, the Constitution starts by saying India, that is Bharat, shall be a union of state. So tomorrow, if let's say Gujarat wants to separate itself and make an independent state, it can't do that because there is no right to secede in India. India that is Bharat shall be a union of states. This is the first line. No state can go away. You can only come, you can't go. And fundamental duty is to protect and uphold the SUI of India. SUI is sovereignty, unity, and integrity of India. So in this lesson, we have covered everything which you need to know about preamble. So this is more or less about preamble. So before I wind up, I will tell you that tomorrow we are going to discuss the part 1 of the Indian Constitution, and I will provide links of that in the description below. Further, if you want to ask your doubts and queries, I will take it up in tomorrow's live session in the last 5 minutes. So you can ask it in the comments below. Howsoever doubts and queries you have, I will be more than happy to answer in tomorrow's live session in 5 minutes, and we will follow the same routine every day. So your homework is to watch the course in the description below, and then you can ask your questions and doubts on that, and we will discuss an amazing topic in Indian polity tomorrow as well. So this was Polity Portions by Roman Saini, and do watch me every day at 9 p.m. and if you want to teach at Unacademy, you can just download Unacademy Educator app and start teaching there. So do subscribe to Unacademy, and thank you for watching this. Have an awesome day.